take a deep breath. That's what the third step is going to be. It's called the hesitation. It's going to be a little bit of a break in the action, so we're not going to have to do as many steps. The hesitation is just like it sounds. We hesitate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it gives us a chance to breathe, gives us a little something different to do. If we look at the footwork, we're actually going to do this forward and back like we did before. So instead of stepping on every beat, I'm going to step slowly for 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to step this foot back for 1, 2, 3. If I do that again, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Followers footwork.
Followers, you're going back. We have 1 pulling in for 2, 3, and then we go forward for 1, 2, 3.
Now, if we look at this sideways, the question is, how does your partner know it's a hesitation? And it's just like it sounds. If I take a normal step in waltz, it's a full step. I'm already there. In the hesitation, instead of on the 1 being right there and stepping powerfully through, I'm slowing it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be a basic in the box where I'm moving at a regular rate. And this would be the hesitation. I'm dancing much slower in my footwork. If we show that to you from the other side, very easy step to lead and follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, because we're a social dance channel, we know that you're going to try to dance these socially in a social setting, a ballroom dance, a cruise, something like that. Again, how would your partner know? It's real simple. We talked about it before. This connection here, Megan is connected back and into that, right? So if this keeps moving, she keeps moving. If it stops moving, she stops moving. So if we go a little bit, oop, you can see I've stopped her. So because she's connected to that, as I dance slowly, she's monitoring that hand and dancing slowly. If I were to dance more quickly into, say, a turning box, she would follow the pace of that hand. That is your third step, the hesitation. All right, this might be the most impressive step. It's the underarm turn. We've taught tons of couples here at our studio, and we always teach the underarm turn, and that always impresses. So we're going to dance a basic box, and we're going to dance an underarm turn and finish with a basic box. So the good news is we already know the footwork is the leader. So leaders, I'm going to do this side 2. And leaders, we're stepping forward in a basic box. We finish a basic box. Now we use half of a left turning box, and then we finish with a basic box. So if we do that one more time, since you already know the footwork, and then we've got a few details to cover for the followers. So we dance 1, 2, 3, finish the box, 4, 5, 6. Now we do part of a turning box, quarter turn to my left, and finish with a regular box. Now the followers have completely different footwork.
Completely. We're going to do a half a box. So we have 1, 2, 3. We're still going to go forward on 4. Forward. Now we start to curve around for 5, 6. We curve for 1, 2, 3, and then we get to straighten up for 4, 5, 6.
So let's do that one more time, and then we're going to cover the biggest key that's going to make this go wrong when we talk about lead and follow. That would be followers forward.
I didn't understand. Sorry. What did you say?
Followers forward.
All right. So followers one more time. We have back, side, together, forward, out and around, then forward, side, together, and finish your box.
So here's what it looks like. This is actually really easy to lead, but there's one thing that's going to go wrong, so I'll tell you what it is. So in a perfect world, 1, 2, 3, I start to get this hand ready on 4. I start to send her out on 5, and I send her out on 6. We continue for 1, 2, 3. We might not be linked up here. No worries, because we have this window to rely on. I finish my box. Megan comes right back to me. So let's do that one more time, then we'll cover that key that might go wrong. We have 1, 2, 3. At this point, leaders, I have to get this hand ready. By ready, I mean I let go of it and slide my fingers down, which clues her in that she's not staying in this close hold. So I step back, side, together. Now at this point, we're all going this way. My left foot's going that way. Her right foot's going that way. Both of our hands are going that way. And they don't turn back till the end when we finish up. And that's what's going to go wrong. So we've taught this to lots and lots of people, and the followers tend to turn right back. Here's what's going to go wrong. Megan's going to do it wrong for you. 1, 2, 3. We do a good job of sending her out, and she turns right back to us and wrecks the move on us. So leaders, Here's what I need to do. 2 things. Followers, you need to know your footwork, but I'll explain. We have 1, 2, 3. Leaders, I'm going to get this left hand ready. I'm going to make sure she goes out and away from me. By make sure I'm going to use my right hand. I'll demonstrate that from the other side. Now I want to make sure that this hand goes down line to get her to go down line before she turns back. And you'll be able to see it better on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've made sure with my right hand to get her to go out. Now with this hand, I don't want to pull it back too soon. I want to make sure that we both take that step forward before I turn the hand back. We're not quite linked up, no big deal. We get back close together. And there is your underarm turn for waltz. Next up, step number 6. All right, this move is called front to front, back to back. Not exactly like that, but you'll get the idea. So we're going to have to use the underarm turn we used before to get into this. So there's the underarm turn, but here is my front to front, back to back. Front to front, back to back. And we're going to come out in a promenade position. We're going to explain that. We're even going to explain that in a different video. So we're going to use the underarm turn to get into this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to patty cake this on this hand. Now from here, we're going to do our footwork separately. My right foot is going forward. We're going this direction for 1, 2, 3. We're putting our backs to our partner. Then I'm stepping with the left foot, Megan's stepping with the right foot. We go front to front. 1, 2, 3. If we continued, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now to come out, we're going to use our inside foot, my right foot, Megan's left foot, to come back out in a promenade position. Let's look at that one more time. Megan can talk through her footwork.
From the underarm turn?
From the underarm turn.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So right here, followers, you have your left foot free. We're going to go forward down the line. So you have forward, side, together. Now right foot is free. Forward, side, together. If we did it one more time, forward, side, together. And then we have forward, side, rotating into promenade together. And left foot for us, forward, side, together.
Cool. So let's look at how we make this happen. We're going to go a little further back. Again, we're going to use the underarm turn to get into it. There's other ways, but when we put this in a routine for you at the end, we're going to use the underarm turn, so we'll stick with it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the underarm turn. The difference is I'm going to patty cake this hand with this right hand, telling her we're not going that direction. Easy way to remember this, the foot that's free, that's faced the direction we're going, is always the one we're stepping on. 1, 2, 3. So again, the foot that's free, my left foot, her right foot, we do it again. And once we get here, we'll do it a couple times. When we get done with this, we're going to switch ourselves to what we call a promenade position. We're going to cover this in detail in the twinkle. So we step through, back, and together. So if we look at that the other direction, we have our half a box, underarm turn, front to front, back to back, front to front, back to back, back to our promenade position. And then I have a pro tip for you. You want the pro tip? Here's the pro tip. The pro tip comes on what I do with this hand to make you look cooler and a little less amateurish. So we go through here. My hand is on top. If you can see this, my hand is on top. I want to be able to let go of this and switch it to underneath. I'm going to explain that in a minute. Right now it's on top. I want to switch it and let go underneath. And I'm going to do that in the transition. So now this is going to be a little bit more natural. Front to front, back to back, come back the other way, back and front. Last time from this side. We have the half a box, underarm turn. As I do this front to front and I get this connection, I'm going to switch this hand underneath. 5, 6. Now the foot that's heading towards the direction of travel is the one we move with. Front to front, back to back, and we finish in a promenade position, which we're going to cover in the next video. You have to know the promenade position to be good at waltz. So have you ever seen Scent of a Woman? I know that was tango, but this is the promenade position. If I had a rose, I would have it. That's your classic ballroom dance promenade position. we're going to teach it in a move called the twinkle. So the twinkle looks like this. This is our closed position for waltz. We've covered that in our basic stuff. But I'm going to need to dance a twinkle to get to a promenade position and back to a closed position. So quickly define promenade position. Everything is the same in our ESPN 360 cam. The only thing different is we're going to turn our feet and our heads in the direction of travel. ESPN 360 cam. This is going to make you look cool because your head's going to be outside. Megan's head's going to be outside this. We don't want this look here. This kind of looks weird. So how are we going to get there? It looks a lot like the first half of our box. 1, 2. But as I pull my feet together, I'm going to be shifting my upper body slightly this way to allow us to turn our feet and finish it back out. If we look at it from the other angle, 1, 2, 3. I shift my feet this direction and we finish that direction. Now Megan still has her window, so if we do it from this direction, we're going to do it once right and once wrong. This is pretty correct, where you can still see Megan the whole time. This is what sometimes happens. For whatever reason, Megan gets stuck back in front of me, and then it wrecks the moves we're going to do next. So you want to stay in that window. Leaders, when we turn her to promenade, you can practice this. This is what I want to practice. If we do it from behind, I want to practice this. So you can see my upper body is slightly turning her this direction, but my feet are turning that direction. So we do it, my footwork, and then Megan will talk about her footwork, so you can kind of mirror me. 1, 2. As I pull my feet together, I shift them this direction. My frame or my shoulders are still facing this wall, and then the inside foot moves. So if Megan wants to describe her footwork.
This direction?
Sure.
All right, so followers, we're going like a box, so we have 1, 2. But when we pull our feet together, we're going to be rotated in this direction. Then we're going to start with our inside foot for forward and rotate back to face our partner for 5, 6. Let's do that one more time. So you have back, side, rotate, and then forward, side, together.
So before you leave us, we have a bonus to this. Let's do it one time, then I'm going to show you the bonus. It's really easy to do off this. It's a timing change. So first, this is our basic twinkle into what we call promenade position. If we did the bonus, we're going to do a chassé. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. If we did it the other way, and then we'll break this down for you, this is quite cool. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's talk chassé footwork, and I'm going to do this in this orientation. So we dance into our promenade, into our twinkle, right? Then I'm going to dance 1, 2, and 3, and then finish 4, 5, 6. If we did that again, and then we're going to show you the trick on how to get the follower to do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. So quickly for Megan's footwork, and stay to the end because we're going to put all of this in a routine that you can practice all the moves in the same order. It's going to be really good for your learning.
All right, followers, we do the first half of our twinkle. So we have 1, 2, turning 3. Then we have forward, side, together, forward, and then forward, side, together. If we did that again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3.
So how the heck would we get her to follow the timing change? We talked about it before in the hesitation. In the hesitation, we move slowly when we want her to move slowly. In the chassé, we're going to move a little faster than normal. We'll do it this way. We have 1, 2, 3. If this was the basic twinkle, I'm done right here, right? But because she's going to feel me moving, she's going to continue with that chassé. Now, 2 parts to that. Number 1, you have to know that it's possible as the followers. You have to know that the chassé exists. Otherwise, it would be fairly difficult to lead and follow it. But provided you do, if I move fairly aggressively through that, I can get Megan through. Now,
all right, now you've learned the moves. How do we apply it in real life? We're going to show you a routine that can help you practice.
So dancing has been